Hi there and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, May 29th. I have to check my little calendar here. I hope everyone had a great weekend and that you had a very nice long holiday weekend. It was Memorial Day and I did opt to take the weekend fully off, and I didn't get a reading in yesterday, but for sure wanted to get it in before I started work today. So I hope everyone enjoyed the weekend. We had a couple good weather days, so that was really nice. But I hope you're doing well, enjoying life, and are ready for this week's angel card reading. So this week I was guided to use the Sacred Traveler deck. This is a deck by Denise Linn, and I have used this, I believe, one other time in the readings that I've done for our weekly messaging. It's a deck that I use often with clients in readings and sessions as well. But I do like the messages, felt very guided to use this deck this week. Just a reminder, this Saturday is June 1st, which I kind of can't believe. I will be at the film premiere of Mediums, which is a documentary that a local filmmaker, Ron Schaefer, has put together. And he started working with me last year, along with a couple other mediums, Mike Pazorski, I know Steve Polifka, Jen Lloyd, she was a part of the gallery that we did. I'm not 100% of anyone else that was in the project, but the film is actually going to be released this Saturday, and all the details are on my Facebook page, and I just sent out a meetup because it's going to be at a church over on the east side at 1 o'clock on Saturday. So the movie premiere is at 1 o'clock, and it's from 1 to 3-ish. It's $5 to get in to see the movie. There's also a spirit fair that day, which is nice. So there'll be some other things going on. And then after the movie, I'm going to be doing a short 1-hour gallery reading. We may do a question answer depending on how things look after the movie. And then I'll be doing a gallery. Tickets for the gallery are $35. And you're not guaranteed a reading, but depending on the size of the crowd, we can probably get through a fair amount in an hour. So something to do this Saturday. So the address is on the Facebook page at the events. And I just posted it this morning. So Stacie Tatera-Medium Healer Teacher, take a look there. I want to say it's 1717 Hawthorne on the east side of Milwaukee. So, or Plymouth, something. Plymouth Church, I'm getting it all confused. So look online, check it out. If you can't find it, send me a message. But I'd love to have you there. I don't know what to expect, but I think it'll be super cool, super fun. An experience for sure. So I was excited to be a part of a project that was local and about mediums. So super cool. So if you can make it, great. Again, everything's at the door. You don't need to purchase anything ahead of time, okay? So let's get on. So for this week, we're looking at Tuesday through the end of the week, right? So first part of the week, Monday, Tuesday, which is where we're at now. Second card midweek, third card the end of the week. So the first card is Finding Sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. This is a beautiful card. And what you see is almost like a castle in the clouds. But the message is about you finding, inner sanctuary. You finding inner peace. You opening yourself up to spiritual source. So first is, what are you doing in your spiritual practice or your daily practice to have time for yourself, to find that inner peace, to find the quiet time, to find that sanctuary for yourself? That's the first thing. So if you're not doing something on what we would call a consistent basis and more as an as-needed basis, when you do it more consistent, things just really start to settle around you and calm down. And I think a lot of people tend to kick in their spiritual practices when things are getting wonky or uncomfortable. And it's important that we keep our practice going every day, no matter whether things are perceived as good or not great. It just really helps balance out the ups and downs of life and what is going on for us. So finding that sanctuary, alone time, Okay, being okay with being alone and stepping away. This has been a message that's been coming up pretty consistently in the last several weeks. Are you deconnecting or disconnecting from your phone, from Facebook, from Instagram? What are you doing to find that peace for yourself? Where's your safe haven? Where's that special place? But opening up to your spiritual source, getting reconnected in, okay? So that's what we can do all of the time, but you may feel as though you're feeling that a little bit more this week. Staying focused, hold the course. So this is an interesting card too, because a lot of times the cards will tell a story. We're finding sanctuary. We're really doing what we can to open ourselves up to source. And we're also staying focused. We want to stay focused on what it is that we want. What are we looking for? You can see that the card looks like there's a gentleman, almost looks like Merlin, looking through a telescope at the stars. And it's really having that goal, having that place that you want to get to, whatever that is in your life, whatever you feel like you've been working on manifesting, is staying focused on that. And what's interesting is that this morning I drew some cards for myself before I meditated, and one of the cards that came up, the same card, similar, it's basically a similar, same message, but from two different decks, okay? And it was about divine timing. So as we're staying focused, we also need to take in consideration that divine timing aspect, because a lot of times we feel in our world, why aren't things moving faster? Why aren't things happening faster for me? And sometimes it's why aren't they slowing down? Why can't I get a break? I feel like I can't breathe, right? So that goes both ways. But it's important to understand the divine timing piece. Everything is happening as it's meant to be. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. It's like a movie, right? There's a lot that has to go on for the production to be successful. And it's important that we kind of look at that in our lives that way, because Spirit and our teams and our guides and our angels and God and this beautiful source energy is doing everything that it can to really align things for us. But we need to stay connected. We need to stay focused. And we need to believe in magic, which is the last card. And I love that, Journey by Moonlight. This is probably one of my favorite cards in this deck. Believe in magic. And what that is telling us is that anything is possible. You can create in your life anything that you want to create. So again, the cards in some ways tell a story, but it's about believing and knowing that things will happen, that the magic in life is still there. It's hard sometimes with, the challenges that we face with our everyday lives. And everybody has a different story, a different experience. A lot of us go through, challenges day to day, physical, emotional, financial. There's a lot of things going on for people. But what this card really reminds us, especially the Journey by Moonlight, is that we always want to remember the magic. We always want to remember the fun and the joy that life can bring us. And so many times my girlfriend Fran sent me a little saying this morning, and it said something to the effect of, you're so free that you could put yourself in bondage. That's how free we are. We're free to imprison ourselves, but we're also free to grant ourselves freedom emotionally, as well as physically, spiritually. But we also have the ability to put ourselves in bondage, to put ourselves in a prison of whatever that looks like for us. So many of us feel content in that prison space. We tend to be our own worst enemy. We tend to stand in our own way. We tend to blame other people for everything that isn't happening in our own lives, when really it comes back to us. Okay? How we manage it. What is our perspective about things? How can we shift our perspective so that things look and appear a little bit different, and then becomes like, I can manage this now. Okay? So it's important that we remember that we are free beings and we're free to be joyful and full of love. We're free to find the magic in this life, to decide what our spiritual practice is going to be for us, if we're even ready to embark on a spiritual journey, if we're ready to open up our mind and expand and become more aware. Those are all choices that we have each day. You get to decide what you want to do with that, right? So really great messages, finding sanctuary, again, opening to spiritual source, holding the course, staying focused on what you know that you want. Remember that divine timing piece. Continue to stay the course, okay? And then believing in magic and enjoying the magic that life has to give us through wonderful blessings and friendships. And it's sometimes just the smallest things. And so what I'm hearing from the team, my angel team or my guides, is that we also need to remember to spread magic to other people, okay? Through kindness, through compassion, remembering that everybody is going through something. And the more compassionate and kind and the more we can communicate with each other and not out of anger or judgment, that's how we're going to solve things, right? So it's remembering to open yourself up to those possibilities, remembering to bring that magic into your life, because anything is possible, okay? So again, thank you for watching. You can find me at MilwaukeeMedium.com, also on Facebook, Medium Healer Teacher, Stacie Tatera, and on Instagram, MKEMedium444. I like to post pictures of lots of different things in my family and depending on what's going on in our lives. So, plug in if you want. And then again, you'll be able to stay connected to events. Circles are full. I had a September circle that posted out. It's already filled. I do have availability in my angel card class in July if you have an interest in taking that class. I'll be scheduling some more Reiki classes for the fall, so stay tuned for that as well. And always, if you have questions, MilwaukeeMedium.com and or MilwaukeeMedium@gmail.com. You can email, call, text, whatever. People, they find me. Just as update, I am scheduling into September right now for sessions. If you have an interest in scheduling something, know that my schedule on the website, when you go to schedule now, is up to date. I had a couple people in the last few days schedule some sessions for that September month. If there's cancellations, I usually post those on Facebook, and I have a wait list for cancellations as well. I do my best to accommodate you guys as much as I possibly can. So have a great week. I will be with you for sure next Monday. The next couple Mondays I'll be here, and then I go on vacation June 14th. Super excited to go out east and see my family. So have a great week. Thanks for watching. MilwaukeeMedium.com. Check it out. Take care. Bye.